Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Voices of Courage Asia. Now, this is the goal of this channel is to share life experiences, stories of courage, and practical tips and strategies to inspire and empower you to live a life of courage and significance. So, today is the 29th of December. So, we are coming to the end of the year, and thank you so much for supporting us for the past few episodes. This we are new on this channel, so thank you for your support. My name is Lilian, and I'm the founder of Class Living, which is a social enterprise, and as well as the founder of Women of Courage Asia, a community. Both are women empowerment platforms where we contribute back to the community through a monthly empowerment meeting, trainings, mentoring, and community support. So we started this channel uh, with this series called Courage to Be You. It is based on my proprietary The Courage Blueprint. It is a framework I develop and use for my coaching and mentoring programs. So the Courage Blueprint is actually a personal, how would I say it? It's a personal growth roadmap, all right, guided by the process of three attributes, addressing nine domains of your life, and cultivating seven critical core values in you to stay grounded in your identity and purpose in life. Right. So today I am alone because my partner Anita, she has an errand to run. She has something important to attend to. Okay, so just to do a recap. Today we're going to do a reflection before we move on to the next series. Okay, for the next few pillars in the courage blueprint. So what has happened for 2020? Most of you, I believe there are many ladies around me. They have done their reflection, and there are also those who have not. So this is the time where you really want to um, sit down, set aside time to do your reflection. Okay, so at Women of Courage Asia, we encourage and challenge each other to do our reflection, and we're going to have a Thanksgiving gathering tonight to share about our reflections and what we are thankful for 2020. What about you? What are you thankful for in 2020? Now, for this Voices of Courage Asia platform, I just want to do a reflection of our past episodes. We have done quite a many episodes, and we have covered, based on the blueprint. Always started with you, right? So you are. It's a personal development program, right? So you want to look into your identity. We have covered like your identity, your purpose in life, and then also we look into the acrostic shape, which is the spiritual gift, what is your heart passionate about, what are your natural abilities and your personality, and as well as your experiences in life. Now, understanding the shape will give you directions. They are clues to your purpose in life. So we have looked into that, and we have also covered the anagram. Because in the shape, the acrostic shape, P is for personality, which we took on 9 episodes, at least 9 to 10 episodes, talking about the personality type based on the Enneagram profiling tool. We also covered the love language, as well as the resources in our lives. How are we being good stewards of the resources in our lives? Areas like your talent, your time, as well as your treasure. So what do you do with them? And after that, we actually had a mini series where Brenda was hosting the mini series called No Parenting, No Perfect Child, where we have brought in different expertise, parents, even the students, the youth, to come on board to share, their life experiences, their strategy, their tips. Okay, so that's plenty of sharing since we started this program. So we really are thankful for what has happened. So the next few, what's going to happen is for the next few episodes, we are going to look into the next pillar, the next domain. Remember, I said in the Courage Blueprint, there are 9 domains, right? So the next domain that we're going to look into is the area of your relationships. All right, the relationship is going to be we're going to cover quite wide spectrum, starting from your relationship with God, your relationship with yourself, and then your relationship with people. Okay, so people, there are lots of different types of people in our lives, right? From your spouse, your partners, your families, your friends, your colleagues, your bosses, your clients, yeah, your business partners. So it's going to be uh, we're going to invite different ones to come on as again as well. Okay, so to share their expertise and stories of courage. All right, that's the main thing that we want to hear also, right? Learning from their life experiences. Okay, so and then we're going to look into yourself as well. The self part, we're going to use the process of the 3 attributes. Your creating awareness. How are you? How aware? How much self awareness do you have, right? And then checking in with your attitude, which are your thinking, feeling, and choosing. Okay, and then of course, lastly, the last A is action, intentional action. For change to happen, we need to have intentional action. Okay, and not forgetting also looking into the spiritual side of you. Okay, how's your relationship with God? Now, if you are of different faith, it's fine. Like you different different some people believe in a higher power, in the universe, whatever your belief is, how do you connect with that spiritual side of you? Okay, so those are the areas that we are going to cover in the next few episodes. Of course, the blueprint covers more than that, and but we have very limited time for this episode, so I'm going to share a little bit about something that we're doing tonight, and I'm actually doing it as well. So these are things that we do together as a community, to not only to challenge each other, to mentor each other, coach each other, but we also support each other, um, especially now coming to the end of the year, right? We are doing the reflection. So I have this year planning guidebook where you can actually plan your year. First, you do your reflection of the year, then you plan your year ahead. Okay, so it's a step by step guide, a step by step guide to guide you through. You will go through your calendar. So I just very quickly share a few tips here for you to do your, take action, intentional action. Please take action to do your reflection today. Okay, today is already the 29th. All right, 30, there are 2 more days. All right, including today, 3 more days for you to do your reflection. Okay, go through your calendar. Number one, go through your calendar. You can go through them week by week. Look at what are some of the important events, or something that significant to you, that catch your attention. Write them down. Write down. I wrote down all the different events that happens in 2020, right? So go through your calendar. Step one, yeah, go through your calendar and write down what are the significant events, family gatherings, get together, whatever that jumps out to you. Okay, I hope you. Okay, this takes consistency, right? If you have been doing your planning on a daily basis, weekly basis, and monthly basis, then you have a calendar to refer back to. Okay, so awareness for you, right? If you say, "Oh, I don't usually plan," my calendar is empty, then I'm sorry, you probably have to depend on your memory then. Okay, and it's not too late, starting from today, you can plan your day. Okay, so that you know that at the end of the year, again, you will be reflecting back on the year. So you have your calendar to refer back to. Okay, so those, what are the areas? What are the areas and areas that are important to you? What are the happenings that were the most significant? Write down after identifying them. Write down a brief summary. Okay, what was that all about? Be it in your personal life, for example, or was it in your professional life, or if you're a student, in your work, in your studies, or in your work, if you are professional. How about areas in your relaxation, your creativity, your recreation side of it? Was there anything significant? Okay, some people may have. Uh, okay, this year was probably tough in traveling, right? But probably if you had a travel before the COVID sets in, yeah, that could be something that was significant to you. Or probably you took a staycation, right? That could be something that was interesting to take note of. And what did you learn about yourself? Write a brief summary about that event that happened. Okay, maybe it's friends or community. For me, it was Women of Courage Asia. There was lots and lots of milestones that happened. So I wrote down a brief summary of that as well. How about your health and fitness? Areas like your health and fitness. What were the things that were significant? Was it? Did you set a goal and you achieving it, or is the other way around? It doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong here. Okay, this is a reflection. Is to create self awareness so that you can make better choices moving forward. And if you have made good choices, you want to keep it up and be consistent with that. All right. So for me was the 90 days, 7 minutes workout, which during the lockdown period, everyone was stuck at home, right? So if I couldn't go out to do the workout, to do the run or the cycling, or some of you love to swim or things like that, then how? So what happened was, I started this challenge, in challenging myself, starting with a 21 days, 7 minutes workout. And it went on to three sets of 4 sets of 21-day cycle. So yeah, for me, that was the 90 days, 7 minutes workout for the health and fitness. How about your personal growth, in the area of your personal growth, intellectually, emotionally, as well as spiritually? What are the events that happen, or the trainings? Probably you have taken up a lot of trainings, right? Some of us have attended so many webinars, and online webinars and trainings. So probably that is something that you want to take note of. All right, the last two areas will be like your finances. How was your finances this year? Okay, what happened? Take stock of the finances. What happened this year, 2020? Okay, was it I know during COVID many people lost their jobs and suffered pay cuts and things like that. So how did you pivot? How did you manage your finances during this challenging year? Okay, in this challenging year. And last but not least, we want to look at maybe your bucket list. So these are bucket lists are like your goals that you have set in the beginning of the year. So how was that progress? Fulfill any of your bucket list? Any check, or right, or they were all left unchecked. Okay, again, don't get discouraged if you didn't manage to check them. Again, it is awareness here. So for you to take a look at what action did you do that was not working, or what you were not doing and you're supposed to be doing. Okay, so then what can you do about it? How are you going to move forward? All right. So next, probably you want to write 6 sentences about your past year. Write about these are the 6 sentences that you can write about your past year. Okay. What was the wisest decision that you made? What's the wisest decision that you make? How about the biggest challenge, or the biggest lesson that you learned from your past year? Okay. Was there a risk that you took? What was the biggest risk that you took for 2020? How about the biggest surprise of the year, other than the COVID, right? Well, is there any surprise, big one? Big one. We're talking about the biggest surprise that you had for the year. And the most important thing you did for others. What is the most important thing in 2020 that you did for others? And the biggest thing that you completed. What is the biggest thing that you completed? Okay, so these are some reflection questions for you so that to help you to reflect the past year. Okay, right. Let's see more questions for you. Like, come, let's give you a bit more questions. How about what are you most proud of? Okay, what are you most proud of for 2020? And who are the three people who influence you the most in 2020? We want to be grateful. We want to be thankful for the people that have positively influenced us in our lives. Okay, who are the three people? And who are the three people you influence most? Right? Besides, receiving, we also want to be giving, right? So, who are the three people that you influence the most? And what were you not able to accomplish? So, what are some of the things that you are not able to accomplish? And what is the best thing you have discovered about yourself? Yeah, what was the best thing that you have discovered about yourself? And what are you most grateful for 2020? What are you most grateful for? Okay, so there's a whole list of things here. So let's have a good check at the time, right? We still have time, so I can give you more. Okay, now before we continue, let me just have a quick share of this channel to friends out there on Facebook. This is live. What do you call this? This is live streaming on Facebook as well as YouTube. Okay, so let me just quickly do a share. I don't have help today. So, yes, share on the news feed. And so, you please help to share as well. If you're watching this replay, uh, do take down the questions that I've mentioned earlier so that you can actually do your reflection as well. Okay, so let me share into the community. Right. Okay, let's continue. Right, we have very limited time. Now, the next part of this workbook you want to be doing is describe the greatest and most memorable or joyful moments from last year. You can actually draw them on the sheet of paper, right? All right, you can draw it down. Now, what do you draw? You can draw your feelings, tap into your emotions, uh, or think about who you were with at that time, that moment. You want to capture a moment in your life, all right, for 2020. Who was there with you? What were you doing? Yeah, close your eyes and then, travel back in time at that moment. What were you doing? And what kind of smell, sound, or taste do you remember? You want to tap into your five senses, all your senses. All right, bring yourself back into that moment in time that was the greatest and most memorable, joyful moment for you. Okay, I'm talking about the joyful moment. Okay, right now you can draw it down. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. Again, remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. Now let's move on to the next section. Okay, now these are the three of my biggest accomplishments. List your three greatest accomplishments from last year. Okay, list down the three greatest accomplishments from last year. And what have you done to achieve it? Okay, you don't want to just look at, oh, great, I've achieved this. But how do you do it? You want to learn from what you did, right? And probably how you felt also. What were your mindset like? What were you thinking? What were you doing? What did you do? What have you done to achieve this? Okay, the next question you want to ask yourself is, who helped you achieve these successes? And how? Who and how? Okay, you did you do it alone? Did you reach out for support? Did you get support? If it's in the area of business, did you outsource a lot, or you just do everything all by yourself? How did you achieve these three successes? Okay, now let's move on to the three biggest challenges, right? The three biggest challenges. List your three greatest challenges from last year. Okay, list down these three. Again, you want to ask yourself who or what helped you overcome these challenges? Who? They are, I'm someone who believe in buddy system, right? If of course you want to have when you want to have your me time, you are alone, you want to have set aside time to be alone. But when it comes to taking actions, you know, if this is the area that you find that you're weaker in, you want to reach out for support. And leveraging on this buddy systems really works for me. So I hope that you will actually try it out. Okay, if you have not been leveraging on this system, the buddy system. Okay, so who or what? Maybe you have been using a system instead of buddying up with someone. You have been leveraging on a system that has helped you. Okay, so you want to list them down because whatever works, right? We want to be repeating them, right? To be consistent, repeating them to get better results. We can refine the system, yeah, and then what doesn't work, we want to try another thing, right? Another action. Next question. What have you learned about yourself while overcoming these challenges? It's important to focus on what have you learned about yourself. Okay, because that could be that formula, that could be the essence of why you are always achieving your goals. So you want to know what works for you, right? So especially the strength in you. So what list down three things that you learn. It can be more, but try to go for three. All right, a magical number three. Three things that you learn about yourself, okay, while overcoming these challenges. Next, we want to move on to the area of forgiveness. Okay, did anything happen during the past year that still needs to be forgiven? Be it deeds or words that have made you feel bad, or are you angry with yourself? Some of us, who are um, quite it have this inner critics in us that likes to blame ourselves, like likes to belittle ourselves. Everything is our fault. Yeah, so if you are um if you have this habit, you probably maybe still angry with yourself. So you want to write that down as well. Okay, one not advice, but encouragement is that be nice to yourself, be good to yourself, okay, and forgive yourself. Things that you are not being able to achieve this year, forgive yourself and let it go, because whatever happens has happened. Okay, now we want to move forward. We just want to reflect, to learn from our past, pick up the strength, pick up what's working for us, identify what did not work, what does not serve the purpose of our goals, and let it go, right? Let it go and forgive yourself. Very important. Okay. Next, yeah, the letting go part, is there anything else you need to say? Is there anything else you must let go before you can start your new year, right? You can't move forward if you are still stuck in the past, right? As the saying go. So if you can't write, there's no words that you can express yourself. Maybe you want to draw, draw anything. Just let the emotions flow and let it go. Okay. So this one more thing that you can add into it. All right. Let's see the time. Okay, we can still go on for the last one here. Okay, last one for you. Now, choose three words, just three words to define your past. After you have done those steps that I have mentioned earlier, write down, choose three words to define your past. Okay? Was it joyful? Was it challenging? Was it uh, pivoting? Three words, just three words that can describe your past. Okay, so think about it. Don't rush through this process. Yeah, don't rush through this process. Just take your time, set aside time, have a cup of tea or coffee, turn on some music in the background, and then grab your pen and paper and jot this down. Okay, if you want a copy of this, yeah, you can reach out to me. So, I can forward it to you. Okay, now the next one is the book of my past year. So write down the title of your book. If you were to write a book was made about your past year. What would that title be? What would that title be? Right. Journey to journey to the what mountain of challenges, or whatever that you comes to your mind. Think of a title to describe a book title to describe your past. Okay, maybe you have learned 15 ways, 15 strategies to get to overcome certain mindsets, right? Certain limiting mindsets. Yeah, that could be the title, right? Yeah. Now, next one. Is there anything else left for you that you would like to write down, or there is anybody you would like to say goodbye to? Now, farewell to your last year. So remember, we want to let it go. Okay, don't hold on to the past and then blame yourself, or keep soaking in that success. And then forgetting to uh, achieve greater success, because we always want to be growing. So nothing wrong, immersing in the success and enjoying, the success that you have achieved. But that is the past. Okay, the past is the past. We want to be moving forward, right? So again, this is a reminder, some steps to help you to do your reflection. Okay, there's also the second part of it is planning the year ahead. So I'll be doing with my community leaders um, on a session, to plan the year ahead. So for today, we are going to look into the reflection. So I hope these tips are of value to you. Okay, and if you couldn't catch, the different points that I was talking about, you can watch the replay. Because you can always pause. Yeah. If not, you can always reach out to me. Okay, on the social media, you can reach out to me. Click on these links. If you want to have a clarity session to help you jumpstart your year ahead, to clear out any confusion that you are having, any chaos that is in your life. You have so many limiting beliefs that you don't understand why you're even so stuck. Yeah, you can actually schedule a clarity session with me. Okay, the link is below. Right. And if you want to enjoy a complimentary session, we meet every month, last Tuesday of the month at Women of Courage Asia. So this is the link, womenofcourage.asia. You can click on the link. For this month, this coming month, this session, I'm going to talk about the unconscious cycle, right? How to break these self-sabotaging patterns to achieve your goals. Okay, why don't we do what we should be doing to achieve our goals, right? How sad it is when things we talk about, we dream about, and are passionate about, but yet we are not able to make it come to reality, right? So I remember this saying by Anthony Robbins. He said that 80% of success is due to psychology, our mindset, belief, and emotions, and only 20% is due to strategy. The specific steps needed to accomplish a result. So we want to look into your unconscious cycle. We want to break that self-sabotaging pattern so that you can really achieve your goals. Okay, so come be empowered. To equip yourself with the tools and skill sets to gain awareness. First step is always self-awareness, right? So that you can take intentional and strategic action. So to create the change that you want to see in your life, right? So that's going to happen at Women of Courage Asia monthly empower meeting, January 26th. All right, 26th of January. Again, the link is in the caption below as well. And last but not least, we are launching this what you call that, Transform with Courage Bootcamp. So the Transform with Courage Bootcamp is a collaboration between Women of Courage Asia and Class Living, the social enterprise. Yeah, both are women empowerment platform where we want to support our community to dive deeper into our personal development. Okay, so that's another thing that you can look out for. So that's Transform with Courage Bootcamp. So let me just share that link with you as well, which is here, this one. Okay, Transform with Courage Bootcamp. Right, you can also click on the link in the caption. Okay, so reach out to me if you want, like I mentioned, if you want a copy of this booklet to help you do your reflection, I'll be most gladly to share it with you. Okay, so that's all for this episode. A very quick one to recap the past year. So just an encouragement, go do your reflection, set aside a time and do your reflection. Okay, it is important that we want to learn from our past experiences, pick up the nuggets of strengths and strategies that work for us so that we can be consistently moving forward with even greater results, and then let go of the um, past mindsets, past limiting mindsets, past actions that didn't work, and stop blaming yourself. Okay, forgive yourself and then move forward. So that's all for this episode. I wish you all the best. For you did well. Whatever happens had happened. You did well for 2020. You are still here. You are not giving up. Okay, you are still pressing forward. So you did well. Okay, you did well. Give yourself a pat on the shoulder. You did well, and let's move forward into 2021. Get yourself equipped with a community support, with mentors in your life, and with strategies and tips and strategies and tools, and skill sets to move forward. Okay, so that's all for today, and I will see you again. Today is what, Tuesday, so I'll see you on Thursday. Okay, see you on Thursday, and we shall be looking into on Thursday, what shall we be looking into? Yes, I mentioned relationship. Yes, relationship. Okay, see you again at Voices of Courage Asia channel. Bye bye.